Hello everybody, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 1. We're getting back into the swing of things, and we're going to our next field study. And already these two are, well, themselves. Yeah, Reen. That's how I feel too.
Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make this very clear before we leave. You are my classmate. You are not my friend.
Okay, Machias.
We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wont to do.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again! I dare you!
You know, there's something I just noticed about Eustace's, character model. He has his shirt untucked. For being, a high noble who has to put everything out there and be, a noble, he has his coat open, his shirt untucked. And even, his tie and all of that isn't... I know they're not, in class and it's supposed to be, somewhat casual, but they're still in their, uniforms. I mean, even, Reen and Machias both have their shirts, their coats buttoned up, and I'm assuming their shirts, tucked in. So it's very unusual for him to have, he's very unkempt for a noble. And, the airs he's putting on. Am I right? No? Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
That's Fee and Emma.
Morning.
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we
Yep.
be leaving?
We might as well. Though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
Yep, it is. Alright. So, first things first, like usual, let's set some quartz up. I have some work to do, I guess. I gotta open up some slots here. So let's go stop by some shops real quick. Alright, I know there's usually yeah, there's the cat. Hello, kitty cat. Oh, it's that cat from before. Looks like she's still pretty cautious around me. Probably best to keep my distance in case she tries to scratch me. What are you doing, anyway? A cat? You can play petting zoo later. Let's hurry to the station. Oh, right. Sorry. I'll be right there. Alright. I need to go to the school. I gotta go to the engineering building. I'm just gonna pop over and say hi. Alright. So, we're gonna modify exchange slots. Alright. So, let's just open these up. I have more than enough Sepith because of, New Game Plus stuff. So we're just going to open these all up. Cool. It's interesting how you use this as slots are open. Let's go ahead and open Machias's as well. So I never really went over the rules on how these things work. These lines are actually very important. That not only do they cost more SP farther down the line they are, but the more nodes on one single line means that you get more MP, basically more EP to cast spells with, cast arts with. But there are some rules, so you can't put a status effect, more than one status effect, inflicting quartz on the same line. So if I had a blind and I tried to put a freeze on the same line, it wouldn't work. But if I put a blind here and a freeze here and a burn here, they would all work. So, and it's very interesting that your boy Eustace has 2 lines, which means he's a half caster or a semi-caster, versus Elisa, who's supposed to be more of a caster and has 3 lines, 1 long one and 2 very short ones. And even your boy here has 2 lines, one that's almost full and then a secondary. Emma's supposed to be your primary caster because she has just 1 single line. but it's interesting. It feels interesting to me. All right, I'm gonna use some of my my ill-gotten gains from the New Game Plus and make some quartz here, so that we don't have to be just equipping random stuff to people. I usually don't buy like a bunch of quartzes, but I'm gonna do it because it'll be useful, and I'd rather have these and maybe not use them than to not have them and be like, man, I wish I could put something here. So let's just go ahead and do it. My gains from the New Game Plus will help us make more effective characters here. So, all right, let's go ahead and put some quartz in. So, Reen doesn't get a whole lot here because we can do like a speed, I guess, because he already has a free impede. So I don't want to put an impede on there. So let's do that. Fire. We already have an attack 1, so let's go ahead and put a seal, and that'll be my 1 like status effect there. I have a soul blur there. Let's put something else there, like a move or an evade or something. Let's put Septium Vein just increases the amount of Sepith dropped. We don't need more Sepith. Let's try to make some people poisoned, and then we'll put the soul blur there. So he still has that. And then there's the attack 2. Emma has all these wonderful things. We'll give her some bonus EP, and we'll also give her cast 1, so the time to cast arts is cut by 10% for her. I will also give her an action so that she's faster, because she is actually one of the slowest party members in the entire game, and she could use it. We're also then going to give her the heat wave. Yeah, let's do the heat wave, so she has a little bit of AoE. Her Master Quartz has Luminous Array, so we have one other attack spell. I don't have a second Space Quartz, or Space Quartz, so we'll have to go get another one. Let's go ahead and give her another thing. Do we want Airstrike? Aqua Bleed, Seal. Alright, let's remove the rest of these quartzes, because they're not going to be in the party, so let's just remove them for now. Okay, let's get the... I want to do Aqua Bleed. Let's do Aqua Bleed. I'm going to get her another one. Fee here, she is like your rogue, so she's going to be quick and try to hit decently hard. So let's give her a bunch of status ailments, because she can just keep hitting people, and that'll hopefully, like, keep them knocked down, so to speak. We will give her an impede, and we'll take the soul blur, and we'll give her an accuracy. Let's give her an accuracy, because you don't want her to not hit, We'll give her a breath for some healing. Use this. He is a, quote-unquote half-caster according to this, but I don't really believe that. So let's give him some HP, some shield, some evade. Let's give him a little bit of HP so he can be a little bit more tanky. We'll give him a hit as well. Then we'll do a mute and a poison. Machias is a tanky boy, so let's go ahead and make him more tanky, shall we? If we can actually get him to tank, because the game isn't very good with like tank and not tank. So let's give him an evade. Let's give him. Let's go back here. We'll change this action to a Reaper, because it'll still give her a little bit of speed, but also give her a bunch of others of spells. So let's do that. We'll give him the action 1, yeah, because he's almost as slow as she is without any buffs. Give him a heat wave. There we go. Alright, people are mostly set up. Let's go get him another space quartz here. Give her mind. Let's get a couple of minds. There we go. There we go. We'll buff her spell damage. So There we go. Cool. So that's everybody there. The only other thing I can think of doing is going to pawn shop and checking out this dude. Oh, he's got a whole speech. Don't mind me just talking to myself. He's commenting on how we're going to Berehard. Alright, so... Oh yeah, you can trade in some to get the next tier up if you want. I'm not going to do that. Do you have any curio? Just food. That's fine. Alright, let's go check on everybody's equipment as well. This is a quick shopping trip. I say quick. It's not quick so far, is it, guys? Sorry. Alright. Oh, this is all of that. No, we don't need that. We need to go to the one next door. We gotta go to the clothing store. What am I doing? The boutique Lasage. Alright, so let's see. That doesn't work in buffs, but not really. Alright, I guess I outfitted everybody pretty well on the last shopping trip. So the last thing that we have is our lovely accessories here. We're gonna give our girl here prevent sleep and nightmare, and then prevent mute. Where is it? I know I just saw it. Blind seal, confused poison seal, mute, right there, so that she can't get poisoned, or can't get muted. We'll give her prevent seal and stops freeze. We'll give him the defense and speed. Should have given one of those to Emma. I'll give one of those to Emma. We'll get rid of that one. We'll give her the extra speed so that she's on par with Machias, who has some accessories. Okay, cool. Good. Love that. Alright, everybody, we're going to the train. Don't worry. Yes, let's enter the train station, please. Thank you. Here comes that cutscene again. Oh no, Machias and Eustace are not getting along. Ah, you made it. Hey. Good morning. Are you leaving now too? Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to reach Berehard before noon. Looks like you guys already have your tickets, huh? Yeah, the train to the capital should be arriving by any minute. Our destination, St. Ark, is about as far from Trista as yours, I believe. Yeah, they'll both be about 5 hours from Trista by express train. I've never ridden on a train for so long before. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Guess they're the same as ever, huh? I'm amazed they're not sick of the horror deal by now. It's getting tedious. V. If anyone could do it, it's you, Reen. Do what? Get those two to make peace with one another. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you have a much better chance. Do you really think it's even... Passenger service, bound for Heimdallr, now arriving on platform 2. We have said all passengers wishing to board, please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. That's us. I'm afraid we've got to run. May Adios be with you. Let's all do our very best. You bet. Take care, everyone. Bye. And away they go. I'm sorry guys, this is probably going to be a very cutscene heavy episode besides, you know, me talking to myself about outfitting everybody with quartz and all that, so I guess we should buy our tickets and line up for the Berehard trade then. Yes, let's. If we must. Though I'm loath to patronize a city so crawling with nobles. Gotta love how Fee is just so unfazed. She's just like, okay, they're gonna be jerks. Whatever. Good morning, Class 7. Group A is headed to Berehard today, correct? Yes, that's right. I believe there's a direct line that stops at Keldic, isn't there? Indeed there is. Every other train heading east from here is the direct line, and the next one will be arriving soon, so I'd suggest buying your tickets. Well, go ahead and buy them. Certainly. That'll be 5 passengers for Brayhard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Thanks, Chicky. Appreciate you. I'm assuming Chicky. I don't know. Passenger service bound for Keldic, Brayhard. Please go to platform 2. We ask that all passengers blah 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 blah. Because I don't remember the rest of that speech, and it's not that important. Especially since it just auto-played. I didn't get to, click. Trails really loves its establishing shots. Alright. On to the next. Like I said, they love their establishing shots. Ah yes, a train going through the countryside. Where are we? We're on the train. Ah yes, the train. So many seats open, but there are our students, sitting, pondering life, trying not to fight. Yeah. Shall we review what we know about where we're going? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Would you mind giving us an overview, Eustace? You're from Brayhard City, after all. If that's what you want, I'll oblige. But are you sure you wouldn't rather hear from the group's finest intellectual mind instead? I'm sure he'd be able to give you a far more critical analysis without any of the pro-noble bias I'm certain to interject. Are you suggesting that I allow my views to cloud my ability to see things objectively? Oh, not at all. You were intelligent enough to score second on the entrance exam, after all. And you've spent your every waking moment since with your nose glued to a textbook, studying as if your life depended upon it. So I'm sure your knowledge is quite vast in terms of book smarts, even if it is lacking in virtually every other regard. Why, you... Please, stop, both of you. Well, it's easy to see why you scored so miserably in last month's field study. What was that? Read. Last month, Group B got an E on their field study. If it had been a paper exam, it would have been a fail, and a low one, too. Do you two really want that to happen again? Well, I hope you're not naively suggesting we put aside all differences and become best friends. Of course not. We were chosen to be in Class 7 because of our differences, in fact. We've come from different backgrounds, so naturally we're going to have conflicting opinions on ways of looking at things. No doubt we'll have a few beliefs that we're not willing to compromise on, no matter what. That doesn't change the fact that for the next few days, we're all part of the same group. We're all partners. Green. I was wondering what you were getting at. You have to be joking. I refuse to accept the idea that... I'm not saying that we have to be friends, but we're in the same group and we're working towards the same objective. Let me try putting it another way. We're united against a common enemy, Group B, and unless we want to lose to them, we have to work together here. What? Reed? I wouldn't have taken you to be the competitive type. Of course I am. I care about winning and losing just as much as the next guy, and get just as frustrated when other people hold me back. I'm jealous of how good your grades are. For example, all 3 of you. I feel like I'm losing the race and have to struggle to catch up. And it was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. I see. There's no denying that she's strong. Incredibly strong. In fact, I don't know what kind of experience or training she's been through to become that way, but it's simply a fact. I just feel like if we'd been able to work together a little better, if we'd been able to form proper combat links with one another, we may have had at least even the odds a little. You would have. Sarah's only strong because she knows how to fight. If you'd been able to work together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little longer. You might not have won, but you wouldn't have really lost either. Exactly. Going past some nice windmills. That's a nice windmill. Lisa, Laura, and Elliot are all in the same group as last time, and Guy seems like the type who can work well with anybody. They'll be a strong team. Yeah, and they'll give their absolute best no matter what comes their way. Honestly, I don't know if we don't do anything about our own shortcomings, their score could easily double ours. Enough! I get it already. And it's not like I have much choice but to go along with your yay team attitude now, do I? Indeed, I would prefer not to cooperate with this farce, but I have no intention of standing by and accepting defeat. So you're saying, until this trip is over, we'll call a truce. Agreed? Very well. The very notion of working under these conditions, these circumstances, is ludicrous, but I am more than capable of enduring such idiocy, if I must. The same goes for me. Well, at least it seems like they might try to cooperate with one another this time, right? That's a significant improvement over last month. I do feel a little better. This is an improvement? I shudder to think what things might have been like last time. And we never know. We never know. It's one thing that I kind of wish that we could have gotten into was seeing what the other groups were going through. I think we see all the other locations across the 4 like Cold Steel games, but kind of wish we could have seen what the other group went through at each place. Alright, here's what I can tell you. Brehard is the most important city in the eastern Kruzen province. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it relatively large even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks, which are prized for their fur. Furthermore, the Kruzen province as a whole is widely renowned for the high-quality gemstones mined there. Yes, gems and fur are regarded as Brehard's 2 main specialties. There's even a part of the city dedicated solely to those who work with them, isn't there? That would be the Artisans Street in South Brehard, yes. Large numbers of artisans gather there to prove their worth. There's a shop in Heimdall that specializes in gems produced in Brehard as well. Of course, only nobles and the ridiculously wealthy have any reason to patronize it. Can't see myself ever going there. Which brings up perhaps the most important thing to note, a fact which you will already be quite aware, but it cannot be stressed enough. Brehard is, at its heart, a city of nobles. What's been said about it in that regard is no exaggeration. It's really true, huh? I've heard nobles don't actually make up the majority of the population, though. That's correct. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous provincial army guardhouse, to the central plaza with its grand cathedral, to the airport designed to have the largest of airships, Brehard is a city that was developed with nobility, and the Alberea household in particular at its center. So it really isn't an exaggeration then. I'm surprised you're able to discuss your own family so objectively. There's no point in denying the truth. As long as we're in Brehard, you'd be well advised to keep your usual anti-noble vitriol to yourself, unless you fancy becoming very friendly with the provincial army at any rate. I know that. I know when I can hold my tongue when I have to. Is it bad that I'm actually seeing this as kind of encouraging? In a weird sort of way, it's like we're making progress. So, let's talk with Machias real quick. I hate having to cooperate with him, but I don't want to be the one responsible for losing to Group B. I suppose I'll call it a truce with you, too. I'd almost forgotten Machias had a problem with me. Listen, I'm sorry about... I don't actually think you're a deceitful, noble sympathizer, so there's no need to say anything. But don't get the wrong idea. I'm only agreeing to a truce. I haven't completely forgiven you for what you did. That's more than enough. Thanks, Machias. But why would you thank me? Looks like he really doesn't hate me after all. Well, anyway, I could find some way to make up with him entirely. Talk to Emma. Thanks so much, Reem. New Gaius was right about you. What do you mean? At the station you said if anyone can do it, it's you, remember? I didn't do anything special, though. I just gave them my honest opinion. And that's exactly why I think you were able to successfully convince them. I guess it's up to us now to make sure that we don't let the group down. We won't. I'm sure of it. What are you two whispering about? It is rather suspicious. Nothing at all. Talk to Eustace. I wasn't expecting to return to Brehard so soon. It's been about 2 months now since we started the academy. Guess it hasn't really been long enough for you to miss it, huh? Indeed. And 2 months is hardly enough time for anything to truly change. That's very true. Still, a city full of nobles, I get the feeling I'm going to need a lot more... need to be a lot more conscious. No, excuse me, guys. I'm going to need to be a lot more conscious of things I say and do. Nobles do have quite a fixation with social standing and class. You should try not to let it get to you. Just be yourself. If you exert too much energy reining in your every word and action, we won't be able to get anything done. That's good advice. Thanks. If you have any more like it, I'm sure we'd be really appreciative. We'll be relying on your knowledge at the city. You're in good hands then. Talk to B. Stare. Is something the matter? I underestimated you. A little. Thanks, I guess? Still, the hard part will be keeping this up for the whole of our field study. We're gonna need to be a lot stronger if we want to have a better chance against the Extractor this time. If you want to beat Sarah, a little extra training won't be enough. True, we were completely outclassed by her now last time. I wonder what sort of regimen she underwent to wind up so strong. It's just who she is. Sounds like Fee knows something. Maybe we can get her to open up a bit more someday. And that's where I think we're going to cut it for this episode, guys. In the background, I'll play Blade with everybody so that at least, you don't have to watch me play Blade with everyone again. Just so we can get those social links, so to speak, up, and we can unlock some more help in battle. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!